The Doge Whisperer, Elon Musk's efficiency department, and a trail of allegations. A chilling exposé by Rolling Stone magazine casts a dark shadow over Elon Musk's controversial Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge. The investigation centers on Jeremy Lewin, a 28-year-old senior manager parachuted into the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, during its final days. 10 individuals who know Lewin have come forward with disturbing allegations, painting a picture of a man steeped in misogyny, racism, and a propensity for violent outbursts. The accusations are stark and unsettling, raising serious questions about Musk's vetting process and the potential consequences of his influence on government operations. Rolling Stone's meticulously researched piece unveils a pattern of deeply troubling behavior. Multiple sources detail a disturbing incident involving Lewin allegedly threatening a young girl with a knife. The gravity of this allegation alone warrants immediate and thorough investigation. Beyond the alleged threat of violence, the accounts consistently portray Lewin as a vocal proponent of racist ideologies, freely sharing his hateful views with those around him. These are not isolated incidents. Rather, they represent a disturbing pattern of behavior, suggesting a deeply ingrained prejudice. The silence surrounding these allegations is deafening. Despite repeated attempts by Rolling Stone to contact both the Trump administration and Lewin himself, no response has been forthcoming. This lack of accountability only serves to amplify the concerns raised by the investigation. Similarly, The Guardian's attempts to obtain comment from representatives of Doge were met with silence. A spokesperson for the Department of State, which inherited USAID programs after its closure, offered the standard non-committal response regarding personnel matters. This institutional silence is particularly troubling, given the gravity of the accusations. Lewin's case is far from an isolated incident within the Musk-Doge ecosystem. The magazine's investigation highlights a broader pattern of questionable hiring practices and a seeming disregard for ethical conduct. In February, another young Musk protege, 25-year-old Marco Alez, a former SpaceX employee, resigned from Doge amidst a scandal involving racist remarks. Remarkably, Musk publicly declared his intention to rehire Alez, further underscoring a potentially lax approach to accountability within his organization. The implications of these revelations extend far beyond the individual cases. The accusations against Lewin and Alez raise serious questions about the integrity of Musk's efficiency department and the potential for unchecked influence within government agencies. The lack of transparency and the apparent reluctance to address these serious allegations are deeply concerning. Is this a reflection of a larger problem within Musk's organizations, a culture that tolerates or even encourages such behavior? The Rolling Stone investigation serves as a critical wake-up call. It compels a thorough and impartial investigation into the allegations against Lewin, and more broadly, it demands a critical examination of Musk's influence on government and the potential consequences of his hiring practices. The silence surrounding these serious accusations cannot be allowed to stand. Transparency and accountability are paramount, particularly when dealing with individuals holding positions of power and influence. The American public deserves answers, and a full and transparent investigation is urgently needed to address the deeply troubling allegations leveled against Lewin and to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The fate of future USAID programs and the integrity of government itself may depend on it. The story of Jeremy Lewin is not just a personal one. It's a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of unchecked power and the urgent need for accountability in the highest echelons of influence.